Sure.
Oh.
I just fucking coughed right into the mic. It's on there.
It's
on there.
Welcome to the podcast.
Good luck cleaning that up.
Mm.
I got fucking spit on my. God damn it! Why
Stop
am I so
spitting
dirty?
on it. Why are you spitting on everything?
Why am I such a dirty little fucking bitch?
You should be spitting hot fire.
No, I'm spitting hot saliva is what I'm doing. Hot breath.
Why am I such a dirty little bitch? The Mo Jenkins story.
Why am I such a dirty little bitch? Published. But yeah, man, like everyone's performing now other than the Spurs, man. Like it's really pissing me off.
Oh. What do you do? Do you do just basketball or are you doing like football as well?
No. You stupid.
Brian, this is a professional gambler. I mean, better we're talking about here. So
no, I wouldn't say I'm professional. $200.
Damn, $200.
You can bet on just one sport if you want, but it's probably better in your favor if you spread it out. I got like 3 hockey things going on, 4 basketball things going on, 5 baseball things going on, you know. Just in case.
Diversify your unhealthy addiction portfolio.
Exactly.
So he's gonna have soccer.
Yeah, but Mo's out there fucking betting on Little League and shit. Like, it's fucked up.
He's like in a little league with children. Yo, I got 3 on this kid.
There's kids at like a nearby park playing wood chips, and he's just fucking like, yo, Timmy's got it, man. He's fucking got this shit. All in on Timmy.
I got 500 on you. Don't you mess up.
God damn it, Timmy throws it at him.
Ref, Kevin was cheating. I saw his eyes were open. He was cheating.
I would literally beat
red card his ass.
They like cost me money. Like I'm just saying. I don't condone that. I'm just saying. I would. Not really though, but I wouldn't do that.
No.
All right. Well, on that note, hey everyone, welcome to the Fyre bar. It is open. Today we got a little bit of a smaller group today, but that's fine. But thank you if you are listening at home from iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, those good little places. I don't know why I hiccuped, but I did. But today I'm with Mike and Mo. Go ahead and say hi, everyone.
Right, Brian, that was such like a panic moment from from Spotify, iTunes. Shit.
Oh, great.
Hi everyone. I am Mike. Today I am drinking some hot chocolate, and in it I have mixed a little bit of a Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Ooh.
Fucking good, man. It's really good.
Ooh. It's like a Reese's every sip.
Mm-hmm. And also it makes you drunk. So it's all the good
argue
things.
With that.
It's what everyone wants.
And I got water somewhere, and I had a drink, but I may or may not have drank it earlier. So
yeah, dude, it was weird. He was like butt chugging earlier. Like it was weird. It was like a party going on in most days.
Bro, I'm just trying to get it by any means necessary, you know.
It was. There were like frat dudes there.
Just these big muscular men just holding Mo up. He's a beer can between sheets.
Just funnel it in. Just come on. Just get the funnel.
Just boop, plug it in there. Dude, I hear that shit makes you drunk. Like I guess more drunk because it bypasses like the liver or something like that.
Or what? Like butt chugging?
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like
supposedly because you have like exposed like blood vessels in your colon, it just enters your bloodstream faster.
Oh.
Supposedly,
not gonna lie.
But... No, not that I know. I mean, I don't know. I've never done it. What are you talking about? Just shut up. What is this? 20 questions? Jesus. Keep me for a podcast, not for fucking.
I'm down to try it once, like I always say. So.
Right. Well, it's all about just getting experiences, you know. Try it once, see if you like it.
My fear is like I'm gonna do that, and like it's gonna be going in, and I'm gonna be like, okay, it's not bad, and then I'm gonna just fucking fart.
Like a fucking like splatters on the ceiling.
I'm gonna just be like, okay.
It's like those like middle school science fair projects with the volcano, and it's like,
Oh yeah, it's just fizzing out. And I'm just like, I'm freaking out. So I'm like swinging around and stuff. Like, oh no,
oh no!
You still have the hose in there. It's like coming up the hose is just.
Of course, you look over and the girl you like is watching this, and just her face is just like in horror. And you're like, oh no!
I'm so sorry.
I was trying to impress you with my butt chugging abilities. Now you're gonna think I'm lame.
Yeah, I definitely gotta practice like in the apartment or something first.
Yeah.
We'll all like hold your legs up, let you feel like how it feels to be on like your hands like that.
I need y'all to like go subscribe to our Pornhub channel because I'm pretty sure that's the only place that content will be acceptable. So,
well, not anymore. I mean, don't you have to be like verified to upload anything to Pornhub?
oh, for real?
Yeah, well, that was the whole thing that happened because they were trying to crack down on like potential underage porn. So in order to do that, they're like, well, if you're not verified, your stuff's just out of here.
Oh.
Wait, so you mean to tell me people are getting verified on Pornhub to put up gameplay videos?
Hey, man, I don't know.
I mean, there is isn't there like a Let's Play like stuff that goes on Pornhub too, like where they like play sex games and shit? I think that's a thing.
Bro, I'm talking about. I see FIFA on there. I see Call of Duty on there.
Hey, FIFA's a sexy game, my guy.
Bro, I'm just like, this is really. I'll watch it. I also come for the comments. I
literally, you come for the comments.
Is that not why we're here? Is this not why we were created?
But Mo just on a Saturday morning, no one's up yet. His dad's still asleep. Goes on to Pornhub, starts watching FIFA.
I gotta tell you, no, for real, like comment sections on porn videos are some of my favorite things ever. Because like it's First of all, you'll go into a video and sometimes people are just having like weird ass side conversations in the comments about completely unrelated stuff. Like a lot of times it's current events. Like someone's talking about like a news thing that happened recently, and it's like, yo, this is like an anal video. Like, why are we talking about the news? But I also like you get the weird people who just like they're trying to seduce whoever's in the video, so they're just like, yo, girl, you should get on my dick. And then you really be coming. It's like this is a random video uploaded by like user Jerry0057. Like that. What are you doing? What are you doing?
The video was uploaded 6 months ago.
Yeah, who do you think you're impressing here, my guy? Like, stop trying to seduce the porn video you're watching.
They're going to come back and say these comments like, wow, this guy is right. I should really be on his dick, I guess. Yeah,
what do you think? Like that's my favorite thing too, is if someone's actually like uploading the videos on there and they go through the comments and they're like, he's right. Maybe I am going to like his dick more. It's like, come on.
my
This
favorite
ain't YouTube.
I love when people are just on there like, yo, can you guys help me with my homework? And then they actually start helping with their homework. Like,
yes. It's like a Chegg like comment section where it's just like, no, dude, you see, you gotta factor that so that you can get like two different values for X. Then you plug that back into the original equation.
Oh my God. It's just the community coming together, man. Like the Pornhub community is, in my opinion, the most humblest community out there.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful thing.
Dude, there was one that I saw was like a nice inspirational message, and I'm like, you know what? Thank you.
I needed that.
I needed that. You know, after I just watched this girl just get completely destroyed, sweating, saliva everywhere, and I just read, "You have the best day," and I'm like, thank you.
Oh man, thanks. Thank
Never
you.
give up on your hopes and dreams.
Exactly.
I want to just
reinforcement.
I want to go on to like Pornhub and run videos and just start like typing in random Bible verses.
Matthew's 11.
Yeah, Matthew's 11:12.
What is this? Jonathan,
I'm sure
16:12.
See, I'm sure if you were like versed enough in Bible verses, pun intended, you could probably find like a verse that just fits for any scenario. So you'd be like watching some porn video, and it's just like, oh, sodomy. I've got a verse for this.
I mean, a lot of people did get sodomized in the Bible, so.
Sodom and Gomorrah, man. I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of stuff there that you could potentially put on a porn video.
That is true. You could find it relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is, huh?
It's just a giant like a giant orgy. You just put the one for like the apocalypse, whatever that one is.
And on the 6th day, like, what are you talking about? I came here to watch this person get fucked. Father wouldn't like that.
Father wouldn't like that.
I need you to rethink your life choices here. What are you doing? Get out of these comments. I'm about to. Whew, my life's work's about to be great.
What, you about to start commenting all over?
I know what my purpose in life is now.
Yeah, you're helping out the people who truly need it. It's a beautiful thing.
This is it.
I mean, that's when these people are at their lowest, right? When they're like watching these videos, because you know that like wave of shame you get after you watch a porn video, and you're just like, my God, what have I become? I'm somebody's son.
just sitting there like, damn, bro. This post-nut clarity really kicking my ass right now.
No.
Especially when you look at what you were watching, like, I chose that.
Yeah, like it was like in the moment, it was like the hottest thing ever, and then you look back at it and you're like, good God.
Why was I watching that? What was I thinking?
What is wrong with me?
I've seen some stuff. I'm not going to get into it. It's not very kid friendly, but
I'm not going to get into it anyway. Scat porn.
But yeah, man,
it's poopy everywhere.
Oh man, the glass jars, bro. Oh my God, the candles.
No.
Ooh, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Good old Paint Olympics 101.
Oh God. Dude, I remember when those fucking videos were so popular. Like, what was it? 2 Girls in 1 Cup, the Paint Olympics. What is wrong with people? Why do we find that stuff so entertaining?
It's just that it's like so gross or grotesque that it's like it's like anything else, right? It's when you see like a really gruesome like car accident or something and you can't look away. It's just like human nature to be like, I gotta fucking see this.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it's messed up. But like when you really think about it, like if you go back and think about all the really gross or terrible things you've seen on the internet, and you're just like, man, how am I not like in a fucking like insane asylum after all this stuff that I watched, especially as a very young impressionable child.
Right.
You know, you get over it.
I still think about that to this day. Like I gotta be careful on the internet. I don't want to see my search history right now.
Oh no.
No, it's not what you think. Just, I mean, it is kind of what you think, but it's not like all of what you think. Like, all right, it's what you think.
It's exactly what you think, but
yeah. What I think is that every hour, like to the hour, you just have a timestamp for every time you're at a different site.
Yeah, I got about 4 sites. Like, what y'all want?
See, there's people that I know that can keep like porn like tabs open on the phone. I can't. Like, I can't. We gotta close it. No.
I mean, I close just all my tabs anyway, just because I hate having a bunch of stuff open on my phone. But I mean, whatever. Live your best life if you want to keep that tab open. Just like I might need this later.
I mean, it saves me from searching.
I currently have a tab open just for this shirt I want to buy of Gojo. So.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, like I got tabs like that. Like I got some recipes tabbed open.
Yeah, actually,
see,
you know
I got cooking recipes. That's what I do.
See, what's funny for me,
Retirement plan.
I actually have like 3 tabs open right now. You're probably not gonna be able to see what they are, but they're all Dragon Quest 8 related tabs because I'm like looking up like recipes and stuff like that. That's what I do. Like whatever game I'm currently playing, I'll have a bunch of tabs open for like crafting recipes, this stuff, like it's stuff that I need to look up or whatever. I just always have it on my phone.
I'm glad I am not the only one.
Yeah.
No, see, Mode made fun of me one time. I forget what I was doing, but he saw like I had some tabs open. He's like, "Bro, what is fishless animal? Bro, what is this?"
Oh, why do you need that? Like,
because I need to know what fish are in what seasons, Mo. I'm completing it. Come on.
you're so fucking stupid. Let me just close these where to find metal slimes at tab real quick.
No, it's crazy how useful that stuff is. I mean, like, you never had that as a kid, playing games, where you just like could immediately be like, "Oh, how do I do this thing?" Well, I'm gonna look it up. But you know, it's funny. I was kind of talking with a friend of mine about this recently, of how it kind of like ruins the mystique of video games a little bit. Now, granted, part of that is just getting older and kind of understanding video game design more and like how they're actually made. But like, do you remember playing games as a kid and like, you'd go to school and people would like have just weird rumors like, dude, like fucking, didn't you know you can unlock Super Saiyan 4 Goku in Budokai 1? And you're like, what? How? And it's like, oh, you just have to complete the world tournament on the hardest difficulty with every character or whatever. Like there was so many weird rumors about stuff you could do in the game, and nobody had any like thing to back this up. But again, you couldn't really just look it up. The internet didn't have many available resources at the time for every video game, so you just like took people's word for it, and you're like, oh, I guess you can unlock all this crazy shit. Because that was one of them too. I remember was like the rumor, and funny enough, he ended up getting into Smash, but was that you can unlock Sonic in Melee, and I was like, what? How do you do that? And it's like, yeah, dude, you can totally do it.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, you just wait for him to come out in the next game.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Just wait for Brawl to get released.
I still love that they brought Snake into that series. That was awesome. That was a good pick.
Bring in my boy Master Chief. Stop playing around.
He's just gonna shoot everyone.
Okay, and Snake just kicks people essentially, and throws little hand grenades and hides in the stupid box. Oh,
See,
cool.
It's funny because like I know Smash Bros is just like filled with people who use swords and stuff like that, and everyone always rolls their eyes whenever a new like sword character gets announced. But then like I coming from a guy who loves RPGs and loves like medieval games, I'm always like, oh, you know, it'd be a cool character, the one guy that's got a sword. Because I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, fucking put Chrono in Smash. I mean, yeah, he's an anime boy with a sword, but it's fucking Chrono. Come on.
Just have a bunch of sword people. Well, see, my problem was that there was too many Fire Emblem characters in there. Like it's just they got? They got.
They've got Marth, they've got Roy, they've got Ike, they've got Lucina, they've got Robin, and you know it's male female. They've got Corrin, they've got Byleth.
Oh yeah, Byleth.
I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Who am I forgetting?
Don't they hit? Frick. What was that one dude's name? Crom is in there.
They've got Crom. Like again, there's just like a ton of fucking. And I love Fire Emblem, but it's like after a certain point, you gotta be like, all right, let's relax a little bit. Especially because like a bunch of them are very similar. Like Marth, Roy, Lucina, Crom, they're all pretty damn similar.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, Roy's literally like a clone of Marth, just in general, and then Lucina pretty much is too. But it's like, you know, even if they were like played very, very differently, that'd be one thing. But because a lot of them are so similar, it's like, I love Fire Emblem, but I feel like we're just wasting slots at this point. Like, there's a lot of other unique characters we could be putting in.
Well, see, I got interested because I think recently they were talking about, or like there was something on the internet, like people saying like about Rayman, like they want Rayman to be in this match. Dude, that would be cool. I'll be down for it. He'd be different.
That'd be a cool one. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Like, fucking put Spyro in there.
Oh my god, yes! Oh, that'd be so cool because they give Banjo, Spyro, put Crash in there. That could be fun.
Well, this point, like Smash, it's just become such a celebration of like video games that like at this point it's like everyone's just got to band together and be like, yo, whatever, just use our character. Like they're a big video game icon. It just feels wrong for them to be left out now.
Yeah, right. Like, that'd be cool, because you can see, like, Microsoft, Sony, and everyone kind of, like, coming in.
Yeah, well, it's come back around, because there was a point when it was, like, crazy, like, dude, can you believe Sonic's in Smash? Can you believe Pac-Man's in Smash? It's insane. And now it's like, dude, can you believe Rayman's not in Smash? Like, what the fuck? And now it's weird that there are characters that aren't in Smash, because there's so fucking many.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
bro, Bayonetta is in there.
Yeah.
That is true.
Come here.
Well, see, like,
is this stream still up for you guys, real quick? Because Twitch is telling me things are going sideways.
Oh, you want me to open it?
It is paused for me.
Pause.
Oh wait, no, we're good. We're good.
We're good? Okay.
We're good. Let's move again. Yeah. I think there's just a minor hiccup.
It happened. Sorry, it's the internet. What do you want me to do about it?
Yeah, dude, it's actually funny here because it's been raining a lot here. At least where I am.
Same.
So I mean, it happens. Weather, you can't stop that.
Well, you know what they say: April showers, Austin powers. They do say that.
I've heard it.
Yeah, it's a thing. They say it.
Understandable, relatable, debatable, but
no. Weren't they talking about making another Austin Powers recently? I feel like I heard that.
They totally were. I don't know what happened to that, but I remember that being talked about.
How do you think that movie would like translate in this world? Do you think it would do well? Like I'm actually being legit because I feel like when the movies were coming out, there was like, I don't know, like it made fun of a lot of different things and very sexual and I don't know.
Yeah, I think it'd be again. It's at its heart, it's a parody of James Bond, right? So I mean, like it's
sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's totally fine because, like, again, when it was coming out, it was making fun of like how archaic old Bond films were and how misogynistic they were, and just like, because you go back and watch some of those films and you're just like, my God, like this is definitely from another era. But like Austin Powers always made fun of that stuff. I think it'd be fine. I mean, that's the whole point. It's it's all for comedic purposes. Yeah, it's a parody.
I don't know.
Yeah,
they're really sensitive nowadays. So
yes, there are a subset of people who are very, very sensitive and take offense to a lot of things. But also, we're currently living in a world where you've got shows like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which may push the envelope more than any other comedic show ever. And people love that shit. It's celebrated, as it should be, because it's hilarious. It's one of the most well-written comedies on TV. But point being, like, it's not about... In my opinion, I don't think it's about, like, tackling risque subjects. It's just about doing it well.
That's true. Well, yeah, I mean, then you could be like South Park, who does those same things, but also kind of play with the gray line sometimes, in my opinion.
Yeah.
With some of their topics.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to believe or look at anymore. I mean, we canceled a skunk. Like, come on. The fuck was the skunk doing?
Oh, Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, like it's a cartoon character. Like, come on.
Yeah, well, that's I think the biggest thing that gets me is like I understand like nowadays if you were to make a cartoon and you're like, yeah, I got this idea for a character, right? He's constantly trying to have sex with this cat, and it's just like, what are you talking about? Like, does she want to have sex with him? No, she doesn't at all. It's terrible. And it's just like, yeah, that's a bad idea for a cartoon nowadays. But again, you're talking about Looney Tunes, these cartoons that have been around for decades. Like you have to take into consideration the time the stuff was made. And, whatever. If they want to say, hey, we don't want to put Pepe Le Pew in our new fucking Space Jam movie or whatever, fine. I don't really give a shit about the new Space Jam movie. I still got my old one, which I'm probably going to prefer no matter what.
Oh, God, yeah.
But, I think there's... At some point, you have to draw a line about, like, trying to censor history, where it's like, shit happened, and, a lot of it sucks. But it's like people who are fucking, like, Holocaust deniers. It's like, yeah, the Holocaust was a horrible thing, and I wish it didn't happen too, but it did. And what, we're gonna censor it? No, it was fucking horrible, and we should be reminded of how horrible it was. And the same thing with like,
right?
And of course that's the extreme example. But when you go back to cartoons, it's like, yeah, was that cartoon character a little rapey? Sure was, but it was a different time.
Right.
Yeah. Well, see, like that's the thing. It's like us as humans, we did a lot of bad things, and it's like people are like, I feel like, and it was fine. Like, it's okay to not like it. That's okay, but you don't try to sweep it under the rug. Be like, look, we're good. It's like, no, those happened, you know, and
yeah, and to be clear,
you can't
like
change that.
People who are hurting others or doing illegal things at the time, like they should obviously be punished for that shit. Like again, your Harvey Weinsteins of the world, like if they were doing terrible shit, they should be doing jail time for that. Like no one's arguing that, of course. But talking about the shit like cartoon characters, like Bill Cosby. Stuff like cartoon characters, it's like it's fiction, my guy, and it's totally fine if you don't like it or if you think it's in bad taste or whatever. In fact, it probably is, especially for nowadays standards. But it's fucking history. I'm sorry, but get over it. Like, what do you want me to say? Like you said, a lot of horrible things happen in history. We're talking wars, we're talking genocides, we're talking a lot of terrible shit. There's a lot of people alive today, a big chunk of like the percentage considering, who could directly take their lineage back to fucking Genghis Khan because of all the women he raped. And it's like that's a direct example of something horrible that happened, and you're the results. Congratulations.
True.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's like just push forward. Let's do better. Or I don't
always. Well, it's about progressing. You always want to do better, and change is a slow process, but you always push for something better while understanding that, like, these things happened.
Oh, you said progressive? I got Geico.
Shut up.
And that's the podcast, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Progressive don't really have good rates. Just saying.
So real quick, I don't know if you guys want to. I don't know if you want to wait for like the others, but I really want to ask you guys. Like, I recently just finished it like last week. The Zack Snyder Justice League. I don't know if you guys want to talk about it in this podcast.
We can talk about it, or at least a little bit.
Okay.
I don't mind.
I mean, you just kind of brought it up, so.
I know.
It sounds like you want to talk about it. So if you want to talk about it, talk about it.
I love it. Okay.
What you got on your mind, buddy?
Well, no, it's just, I don't know. So like.
Here we go.
I don't know that movie. Like for me, I guess I know the movie's been out for like a while, but it takes me forever to finally watch things. We all know this.
Yes.
But like I don't know, like the movie, I definitely think was better than its original, like by far, right? Very much so. But the pacing of that movie was really long, and there's a lot of parts where I think they could have sped up, but. With all of that, I feel like the parts I mostly cared about were like Cyborg, and then of the heroes together, like kind of at the end.
Well, that's the thing, man. Like, Cyborg was like the biggest tragedy that happened with the theatrical.
Yeah,
because like he had nothing to do when the movie came out in theaters. Like he had nothing going for him, and then you see the Snyder cut, and you're like, oh my god, he's kind of like the most important character in this whole movie. Like.
Yeah, like dude, that stuff was just oh my god, and like oh my god, and his father, like, what's the actor's name again who plays Cyborg? I can't think of his name right now.
I don't know off the top of my head.
But dude, his portrayal of Cyborg, I think, is probably one of my favorites so far of like that I've seen. Like, and I always will love the Teen Titan ones. That's always like a special one. I, also will like the Young Justice one. It's always a special one. But this was kind of cool seeing like that character from what I knew from animated and kind of brought into, I guess, like the modern world, but still kind of keep that comic book story of him. Like, I thought the actor did really well.
Yeah,
like especially like his emotions towards like his father, and then feeling like that he was like a monster, and like even though he could go out there, he just felt ashamed to. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh my god, like I don't know, like in a weird way, I kind of resonated like with with Cyborg a little bit when he was just kind of like standing there, kind of like, yeah, I know I can go outside, but I don't want to because I just don't know how the world will like respond to me. And then like the one time he does go out, you see that couple kind of like get scared and run. I'm just like, wow, like Cyborg.
Yeah.
Really good acting. Oh my gosh.
Well, I think something that the Snyder Cut did really well that was, in my opinion, 100% necessary was giving you at least like examples of what Cyborg could do with his powers. Because I feel like out of all the superheroes in that movie, his stuff is kind of the most nebulous, right? Because like you get all the other characters, you get like Batman's rich and has gadgets, the Flash is fast, Aquaman's got water stuff, Wonder Woman, she's strong and stuff. But you're like Cyborg, okay, he's a cyborg. What does he do though? But it's like it's cool. Like I really like the scene where like talking about how he can like hack into accounts to do all this stuff, and like he transferred a whole bunch of money to that one like poor mom and stuff, and like seeing all that stuff. And I was like, oh, this is cool. It's nice getting context for like what he can actually do.
Yeah. Well, see, I like that because like his dad was explaining, like you basically anything technology, anything that has a network, you can access it. It's just like literally, it's like he can hold the world in his hand digitally, and I'm like, that is fucking badass. Yeah, oh my god,
that's really powerful, and especially in this world we live in, where everything is on.
Right.
You think about it, like you really don't want to fuck with Cyborg. Like even when they were trying to find him, he was like, "Oh, I see you're looking for me on this, super secret computer. Yeah, it's not that secret. Come meet me though."
Yeah.
I mean, if Cyborg wanted to, he could just fucking launch every nuke in the world at once. Like he's got like access to everything. It's kind of crazy.
I'm having a bad day. Y'all really annoying me.
It's like, all right, we're just wiping everything out. Sorry, guys. But I do agree with you about the pacing stuff, because especially in like the first half of it, there is just so much just like lingering shots of like people walking somewhere, just like establishing shots, expositional stuff that like, again, if what you're going for is like a slower pace, but like nothing is happening during these scenes.
Yes!
And you're like, oh my god, you can kind of speed this up a little bit. And there's like weird stuff too, like the scene like after Bruce Wayne talks to Aquaman, and Aquaman like goes back into the ocean, and then you just have all those ladies coming, they're all like singing a song and shit, and you're just like, what did you guys practice this song? Did you guys like get together and be like, yo, you know that fucking water dude, like we gotta make a song for him, like when he goes into the ocean and shit? Like, so like they meet up like bi-weekly to have like choir practice and shit, and it's just like, what is going on? Like, I know that's Zack Snyder trying to be like artsy and stuff, but it's like, yeah, I don't know about this.
Yeah, that scene bothered me a lot. It felt a little out of place, and I'm just like, why?
No.
But like the stuff that I think really kind of bothered me, which surprised me, but at the same time it didn't. I really didn't give two shits about Lois Lane and Clark's like stuff. I even forgot that they were married. I'm just like, I don't need this. I'm gonna be honest. Like to me, that relationship is forced. It is so like, oh my god, we're getting married now in the third movie, and I'm like, okay, I guess sure, yeah, let's go with that. And just I don't know, it was too sappy. It was like, it was too much. Like you look at this, they love each other. Do you see how much they love each other? So much loving, and I'm just like.
Well,
okay, I get it.
Overwhelming me.
That's kind of the issue with that stuff, is I think a lot of times when handling that, everyone's like, oh, everyone knows Superman and Lois Lane are a couple. We don't really need to like, and there are like superhero things that are established and known, and then you can get past. Like, my God, we never have to see fucking Thomas and Martha Wayne get killed again. Like we all know, we all get it. You never have to show it again. It's in the cultural zeitgeist. Everybody knows. You never have to show that again. But something like a relationship between characters, even if everybody knows Superman and Lois Lane, they're a couple, if you don't put in the effort to establish that in your movies, it's always going to come off as forced, because that's a character relationship. Like that, even if people know it's going to happen, you have to like properly build that up. Otherwise, it's going to feel really weird.
Mm-hmm.
not to talk about their competitor, but like let's look at like Iron Man and Miss Pot and how long they took that relationship to develop. It's like let it time. It's a dance, it's not a marathon. Like let the characters kind of move with each other and push back a little bit, and come on, don't just be like, here we go, okay, we're gonna try to keep them in this line. Whoop, oh, nope, stay here. It's kind of like, okay, come on, stop.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just felt bad. I like the whole part's like and I love Amy Adams. Okay, she's a great actor. But when she was on the screen, I was just like, all right, let's get through this.
It's kind of boring to me, honestly. Like you just kind of here because you have to be. You kind of just have to be here to bring Superman back to his senses. Essentially, to me, that's all you were really here for in this movie.
Right.
Like.
No, that's her only purpose, is to have Snark. What the fuck is Snark?
Snark.
I don't know why I said Snark. Clark. Have Clark come back to his senses. But the only reason that's even necessary is because they wanted to force a Superman versus Justice League scene where it's like, let's have everyone fight Superman, it'll be cool. But they didn't have a real reason for it. So like, I don't know, he's crazy when they bring him back to life.
He doesn't know he's amnesia. Yeah, but he knows his
they
powers.
bring him back to life, and he's all like, "I'm angry." Okay,
real punchable.
But that I can overlook that stuff because it's just like the schlocky, like whatever reason you need to get the superheroes to fight each other. It's fine because it can usually be pretty fun, but that schlock was the only reason that Lois Lane's character was there, because she has nothing else to do in the movie.
Literally, the whole movie, Amy Adams is like upset and crying in scenes, and then just like, Clark, no, okay, and then they go fly off.
All right, good talk, Clark. See you later, honey.
And then like,
attacking your friends over here, but let's get out of here. You're perfectly fine, right?
Literally.
What's funny too is, like, in my opinion, the best scene that Lois Lane is in is immediately undercut because to me the scene where Martha Kent comes over to like have the conversation with her, just saying like, hey, you haven't been in work, like what's going on, and because she's clearly depressed about Clark being dead, and she's like, listen, you got to live your life. You got to come back to the living. They have like a real like human moment that I thought like, hey, that's really good. That's way better than what was in the Joss Whedon version that came out in theaters, because they were like, it was some like forced terrible thing like, no, I'm doing articles on cat weddings and shit. Like it was just terrible. But the scene in this movie was really good. Only then immediately after you find out, oh, it's not Martha Kent, it's Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I was excited to see him, but I'm like, when did we talk about you? Okay.
And
all right, sure.
Her, all people, like.
And like, why Martian Manhunter would be like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make myself look like Martha Kent and go talk to Lois Lane, and it's like, what are you doing, guy? Like,
for what?
What are you doing?
And then I have the heroes fight for me, and then I'm gonna go talk to Batman.
Yeah, I don't.
A world-ending event just happened, but I'm here now.
Yeah, right. Like all this shit was going on. He's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm here to help." And it's like, "Why weren't you helping before?"
Why didn't you help before?
I was too busy pretending to be Martha Kent. Long story. Anyway, it's like what?
Anyways, I'll be in contact. Just leaves again. Like, okay,
yeah, that was dumb. Like, and I like Martian Manhunter, I really do, but that was dumb. Like, why was he there? He shouldn't have been there.
They did him no justice at all.
No.
Well, see, the thing that makes me sad, like I said, I was excited to see him because I'm like, oh shit, this is his first like live action adaptation. But then I'm sitting there, I'm like, this makes no sense though. He's just kind of there.
You're just here, and you seemingly have some sort of important role behind the scenes, but it makes no sense at all why you did anything you did in this entire movie.
Yeah, and the best part is, it's going to lead to a really awkward conversation between Lois and Martha, where Lois is like, you know what, I really appreciate that talk you had with me when you came over to my place and sat me down, and Martha's going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I never did that.
I'm about to get my house back. I didn't have time to come talk to you.
Yeah, I didn't do it. No way.
Martian walking in.
Hey, it was me, Martian Man. I a little scamp. Anyway, seriously, call me for Justice League stuff, cause like I'm waiting by my phone. Nobody's calling.
I've been over here waiting for days.
Y'all didn't call me. I know y'all didn't know about me, but
It's
I'm
like,
here.
yeah, I mean, you've been seeing what's happening, right? Haven't you been watching the news and stuff? It's like, yeah, but I didn't like nobody called me. Like, it's like showing up to a party you weren't invited to. Like,
Oh, have you looked out a window? Like, Jesus. I don't think there's some justice in the next movie. Like, if there is a next one,
next movie. That's not happening.
Yeah.
They did all this setup, and I'm like, this is all nice and all, but is this confirmed continuing, or did we just do all this for no reason?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm curious about. Is something tells me that it might just be like Zack Snyder's just going to release this thing, and that's probably the end. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to go back into that universe ever, but
I don't think so.
I think it's more for Zack.
I think it is too, and again, to be completely fair to Zack Snyder, like he was done real dirty, because like the whole thing that happened with him, like he had to step away because of the situation with his daughter, like he had a tragedy in his family, and you know that sucks, and it sucks even worse for Warner Brothers and everyone else to come in and be like, okay, now's our fucking chance, get Joss Whedon in here, we're gonna fucking reshoot stuff. I don't know, try to make it funnier, make it more like the Marvel movies, like forget what Zack Snyder was doing. Because supposedly, like, a lot of this filming was completed right as, like, Batman vs. Superman was in theaters. So they were getting all this negative feedback from Batman vs. Superman, and that caused the, higher-ups, the suits, to panic and be like, oh, fuck, we gotta change everything. So that's why they brought Joss Whedon in to just reshoot a good portion of the movie and throw away a bunch of other stuff, and it's like, yeah, that wasn't the answer. Like, listen, I don't think the Snyder cut is amazing by any definition, but it's way better than what they showed in theaters, and it's like,
oh god,
they should have just kept with what he was doing, because yikes.
My only fucking gripe is just the fucking time length. It took me 3 days to watch that one movie. Like, come on.
Well, no matter what, like if this movie was to stay the way it was, and they didn't have Joss Whedon come in and change stuff, they would still have to cut, because there's no way they would let a 4-hour movie go to theaters. Like they'd have to cut it down to like 2.5, maybe 3 tops. But
yeah, because what was it? Endgame. Well, look, yeah, because Endgame was like 3 hours, right?
Yeah, Endgame was
and
like
that
3
was
hours.
A lot.
Yeah. But again, Endgame, by that point, that movie could have been as long as it needed to be, because like they had 10 years of movies where like, look, we fucking proved ourselves. This is I know we've got phase 4 or whatever, but this is kind of our big finale. So fucking, give us the runtime we need.
Yeah, that shit could have been 5 hours and I would have been fine with it.
Yeah, and Endgame, to be fair, like, though it is 3 hours, it doesn't really feel that. It goes by pretty fast, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's good pacing, like Brian said.
Yeah. Well, it helps, too, that in a lot of ways, like, Endgame, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but Endgame kind of feels like 3 different movies in one. Because it's like you cut it up into 3 sections where like the first act is like the whole aftermath of the snap and everything, and people dealing with that, yada yada. The second act is a time heist where it's just like, now we're going back in time and we're getting these Infinity Stones, and then Act 3 is just like the battle,
Right.
So I think the fact that the movie keeps changing it up kind of makes it feel like it's going by faster. But hey. Not to like talk too much on this. I know these movies have been out for years by this point, but because I had recently rewatched all the Marvel movies, what do you guys prefer, in Infinity War or Endgame?
Probably Infinity War.
Infinity War?
Honestly, if Infinity War was the last Marvel movie, that I would have been fine with that. Endgame's a nice little treat. It's like the cherry on top, but I would have been fine with just Infinity War.
See, in a weird way for me, I really like Endgame, I think, a little bit more. just because I really like the part seeing how Earth was really kind of affected by the snap. Like for me, that kind of resonated. Like, see, like here are these heroes that, like, you know, people perceive them as gods and stuff like that, and they're shooken up. It's like to me that's heavy as shit, and I think that's why I'd like Endgame slightly more, is just because it just felt more real, you know. And Infinity War was good too. I mean, hell, man, the fucking even the snap itself, but just I don't know, just Endgame just had that weight, and it just I don't know, it was good.
I think that's fair. I did really enjoy seeing the aftermath of like how that affected the world in Endgame, and again, like that moment when like after, you know, they fucking like kill Thanos like 15 minutes into the movie. Yeah, and then the fucking part where like fades to black and it just says 5 and it holds on it, and then years later, and you're like, 5 years? Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like 5 months. But no, like I think, you know, Endgame. I think Endgame's a great movie. I think it's fun. It's got a lot of like really good moments in it. You know, moments that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been building up to for a decade. But I think Infinity War is the better movie, all in all. I think that movie is so unbelievably tight from like a scripting standpoint, and it's so smart how it's done. Because again, like, you have all these characters, like pretty much all the Marvel characters in this movie, and it doesn't feel like it's a slog where you're going through all these different characters and you can't follow, because they're smart in like compartmentalizing everything, where you've got like this group of characters doing their part, this group of characters doing their part, and then the character who's getting the real development is Thanos, the character who, like, up until this point we've only seen in, like, you know, end credit scenes and stuff. He hasn't really had any development. So Infinity War is his movie. You follow his journey, and through that you see how like all the Avengers are like a part of that. And I just think like it's so unbelievably like well thought out and well done in just how it's executed. It's incredible. Whereas like Endgame, like I said, though it's super fun, it kind of feels like 3 different movies with like 3 completely different tones. And unfortunately, especially on like rewatching it, there's a few like plot holes and stuff in Endgame that kind of bother me. And I know this always happens when you bring in like time travel into a movie, because things can always get messy with time travel. But the thing is, you can have time travel in your movie, but make the rules and then stick to the rules, because Endgame doesn't stick with them, right? Because in Endgame scene, it's like, you know, you go back in time, and that's a different timeline, right? Like you're taking stones, and that kind of like splits the timeline. The stuff we see them do in the past hasn't happened in their timeline, and that's kind of the whole premise of it. Because like obviously, if it did, in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, you would see a Hawkeye and what's her face knocking out Peter and stuff, but like that didn't happen in their timeline. They go back, timeline splits. It's the same explanation that what's her face gave to Hulk. I can't even, the Doctor Strange lady.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
the one on the
but
roof.
she does the whole visualization. Like, you went back in time, you take the stone, timeline splits because you change stuff, right? So they go through all that effort only to then like break it in the end. Like the most egregious example is Captain America, where he goes back in time at the end to bring all the stones back to these different timelines, and then supposedly stayed in the past, lived out his life with Agent Carter, and is now back in the timeline that he left from as an old man.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make any sense at all. Like, it would honestly, and it's the weirdest thing too, because they could have done that just fine if they had Captain America come back through the time machine. Except he's an old man, and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck happened?" And then like, you know, obviously, did something go wrong? No, something went really right or whatever. But he used the time machine to get back to the timeline so that he could hand off the shield or whatever. Not like, oh, he lived his life during all this, I guess, and I guess had to like survive through the snap again, and like everything else that this timeline has been through. A second Captain America was just in the background, like, I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing. Good luck, other me.
All right.
Guess I'm gonna go chill.
Yeah. So there's stuff like that, and it's like, it feels like a nitpick, I know, but it's like, if you're gonna have the core like driving like premise of this movie involve time travel, then you got to stick to the rules you set. You got to do it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Speaking of all that, have you guys been seen any of was it Falcon and the Winter Soldier yet?
I gotta start that. That's another one on the list.
I've watched the first 2 episodes, but nothing more than that yet.
The third, it gets so good. That's all I'm gonna say. This new Captain America, like he can suck my dick all the way to the base, but I'm sure you already know that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just so. I feel like every episode's just like a little mini movie, and I kind of like that. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about anything else they come out with, but so far, WandaVision and this it's been doing it for me.
Dude, I really enjoyed WandaVision. That one
Yeah,
was really
that was
fun.
pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the thing that I like really liked was that like how they were going through like I guess like the different sitcom eras. That was really fun.
Yeah, because like that's the thing about that show is like you don't even really begin to get like plot until maybe like episode like 3 or something when you start getting like hints of what's going on. But like no, I think it was super cleverly executed in having each episode like because they really did their research with it. I especially enjoyed the like when they got to like the 90s era and it felt like Malcolm in the Middle and stuff.
Yes,
I was just like, oh, this is fucking good. Like this is really well done.
That part was fun. But dude, it was just crazy. Like it just like I don't know, like all the acting and all the characters, like just like how well like the actor Vision, I love his performance in general because like it was just like being clueless and then slowly putting everything together. I don't know, like I felt for Vision the whole entire like time. Like the Vision, I think was I really liked Wanda, but for some reason I really enjoyed Vision. Like Vision really did it for me.
Yeah, Vision was great. Like Paul Bettany's performance was amazing, and again too, it was one of those things where like in the movies, I didn't really care about Vision that much. Like I got his thing, but I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this show, like he does a stellar job.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They did him more justice in this show, honestly.
Yeah.
Even though he's dead, but he's here. He's doing something.
Yeah. But Wanda's character though, oh my gosh, like after they kind of like start explaining everything, I was just like, oh, my girl, like to deal with that. Oh, now I see why. I'm so sorry. Like that ending actually, I'm not gonna lie, choked me up slightly. I was like, damn, all right, I feel for you. I understand why you did it. I still don't like it, but I understand.
Yeah.
But
I wonder what they're gonna do with her now. Like she's kind of ran off into the sunset by herself now.
Yeah, I guess slight spoilers for WandaVision.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Probably say. Yeah, supposedly I think the plan is she's probably going to show up in the next Doctor Strange movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And again, everyone when the show was going on, people were like speculating too that like, shouldn't Doctor Strange be showing up since he's kind of like in charge of like these like magical like occurrences and stuff like that. Like this seems like something he should be on top of. This whole fucking town in New Jersey is like being controlled by a literal witch, but
yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Oh my god.
Makes you wonder, like, what is Doctor Strange doing, like, right now? Just fucking jerking off or whatever? And just like, oh, shit, I probably should have, oh, well.
You know what?
It's too late. That's too late.
Cape, come here, clean up.
Somebody will handle it, right? That's just probably every hero's thought. Like, there's so many of us, like, I don't need to go. Someone will get there, right? Like,
yeah.
You see Captain America just chilling on the couch on a Sunday, like, I'm sure Tony will handle it.
I'm sure he'll be there.
kid. He'll get to it. He
No, not Cap, man. Every time they cut to Cap, he's when he's not working, he's hitting a punching bag. Like that's what he does in his spare time.
That's true.
He punches his punching bag. or you know, goes jogging and runs past Sam.
Hey, yo, Cap. There's a whole world-ending event over here. Hold on. On your left.
On your left.
Oh.
No, yeah, do it again. Yeah, do it again. On your left.
No, but going back to Endgame though, it's stuff like that where it's just like, you know, yo, Cap, on your left, and then everyone shows up, and like the little callbacks that movie has are, mwah.
Oh yeah, it's so good. I tell you, man, Marvel did a good job for it. I can't believe it's been 10 years that they've been building all this for.
No.
Well, it's longer now, but yeah, it was 10 years when that stuff came out. Yeah, it's wild.
All right. Oh my gosh.
Yesterday, Iron Man 1 was out in theater.
Yeah.
That is a crazy thing just in general, thinking about, like, first of all, Robert Downey Jr.'s career was just in the shitter.
Yeah.
And then, like, the revival his career had. And the fact that, like, okay, I know I'm going to upset some, like, hardcore comic book fans here. I get it. But back in good old 2008, no one fucking gave a shit about Iron Man. Like, you talk to people like, hey, what's your favorite superhero? Nobody said Iron Man. I was like, Batman, Spider-Man, fucking whatever. Like, nobody gave a shit about Iron Man. So the fact that they were, like, making this Iron Man movie, I remember at the time being like, oh, all right. I mean, you know, The Dark Knight's coming out this year, so that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. But okay, we'll watch this Iron Man movie.
Yeah,
fucking ruled.
I just out of nowhere, wow, why was this so good?
Yeah.
When's the next one coming?
Yeah.
And then Iron Man 2.
Well, Iron Man 2, that one was, in my opinion,
I'll be honest. Having like the hindsight of where all the movies lead to and stuff like that, rewatching everything, I didn't mind Iron Man, because like I didn't like Iron Man 2 or even 3 when I first saw them, but going back and rewatching them, I think they're okay. They're fine. Like they're not amazing or whatever, but I didn't dislike watching them.
See, I might have to do that.
Yeah.
Well, if you go on, I think they're all on, Disney Plus. They got the little categories now. You can just watch them in order.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Well, see, I think I want to do it chronologically, like the way that you did it, Mike. Like, kind of watch them, like in the timeline order.
Yeah, no, they have it that way too.
Yeah.
It's
a fun way to do it. I definitely recommend.
Yeah.
Only bummer is because the Spider-Man movies aren't on Disney Plus. You just have to like watch those separately and try to like you can look up online on where to like put them into the timeline. It's not that hard to figure out, but
okay. Yeah, well, I own the Spider-Man movie, so I'm not worried about those ones. Yeah. I'll just switch my Apple TV.
Brian, you own every fucking streaming platform movie in existence, like.
And then I give them to my friends to use.
It's nice. You're our little sugar daddy. We appreciate it.
It's like when I have to yell at Octar because he's like, "Oh no, where to watch anime." My Verve for the 6th time.
Like, yo, bro, I got the logins if you need them. Like, you don't even have to ask them.
Yeah. Out of everyone in this group, Mo, I think, is the one who actually has every single one. Like, I know you got a little bit. Oh, Octar has a little bit, but Mo, if I get it, Mo immediately is like, so I smell that you got a new streaming service. Can I get them logins real quick? I may need it.
I felt it in the ether. You have a new streaming service.
I'm like, yo, new anime out. What the logins, though?
I don't like bugging people, and I don't like feeling like I'm a mooch. So what'll happen is like, you know, Brian usually texts me and says like, oh, hey, we have this streaming service. Here's the login if you want to use it. And I was like, oh, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. But like in that moment, I'm not looking to watch anything, so I like forget about it. And then like weeks or months will go by, and I'll be like, oh, there's a show or movie on this thing. That's right, Brian gave it to me. And I'm like going through the text. I'm like, fuck, where did he send that to me on WhatsApp? No, it was a text. Where the fuck did he send it? So like, and I can't find it. So then I'm like, I don't want to ask him. So then I'm like going online, like setting up an account and like trying to do a free trial or something instead of just asking you like, hey, what was the login info for that again?
I feel like we gotta find like another group chat and just put all of Brian's login info and nothing else.
You guys can just easily go in there.
Just don't say anything else in that chat.
Well, that has anyone else ran into that though? That's the other problem with having so many chats is like you're trying to like find something somebody sent you at some point. You're like, fuck, was it a text? Was it on WhatsApp? Was it in fucking Facebook Messenger? I have no idea. And you're like going through everything trying to find it.
Oh yeah, there's some stuff where Mo will be like, "Hey dog, I sent this to you." I'm like, "All right, cool. Where'd he send it? Discord? No. WhatsApp? No. My text? No. Where did he send it?"
At this point that I don't. If you're gonna tell me something, like don't even just call me so I can write it down somewhere. Like
yeah,
it's gonna get lost wherever you put it. Like even if it's one-on-one, we're gonna have conversations throughout the rest of that week, and I'm like. I'm not about to scroll up for a week's worth of text messages, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially because our one chat group, we just kind of talk about everything. Mm-hmm. and I hate when I have to go digging through there because I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm still talking about some weeb shit. Hold on, he's going for an hour.
He was really passionate about this stuff.
Oh fuck! Here's his walls of memes. All right, hold on, keep going.
Brian, you can go ahead and give Mo shit about that. But there are times when I'll wake up, and mind you, I work, so I have an alarm set for like I don't know 8 a.m. or whatever. I wake up and like WhatsApp, I see the little like icon. Over 100 messages, over 100 fucking messages, and I'm like, and it's just like Mo and Brian's shooting the shit, and like I'm not even reading it. I'm just like eyes glazed over, like oh my, it just keeps going.
Yeah, you don't even.
Yeah.
No.
There was one text, like one time, like I think I remember you saying, like I'm in love with y'all. I ain't reading all that.
Yeah.
Someone just give me the cliff notes.
Well, because it was one of those things where it started with you guys talking a whole bunch, and then like Danny jumped in, and then so it's just like literally hundreds of messages, and I just pop in like I ain't reading any of that, so I hope none of y'all were talking to me.
When I was talking about like people's knees and stuff, like.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why like at least now what I try to do is like if I'm trying to talk to someone directly, I always try to do the at them so that way they can see like oh there's an actual at. Okay, that's important. Someone is trying to signal to me something. That's what I try to do. But or I'll just message you on the side. Hey, motherfucker, I need you. Blah, 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 blah.
I need them dick pics.
I need them dick pics.
Where they at?
It's been a week.
I'm sitting on the toilet. I got the lotion in my hand. Like I need me a dick pic to jerk to. What are you doing? We had a thing.
That's all I'm saying.
9 a.m. every Tuesday. Where you at?
Come on, dude. We have a system.
You don't even want to jerk off. It's just a thing at this point. It's part of your schedule. Like,
dude. Okay, hold on. Like, tell me, like, there is not times where masturbation is just on the schedule. Like, you ain't even in the mood. You're not even like horny, but you know it's like 5 o'clock. You gotta get your nut out real quick so you can finish your other activities. Come on, that's a thing. That's a thing.
It's really not.
Whatever. Maybe I'm weird.
I will say there are times I use that as just a procrastination tool, where just like I know I have to do something or I should be doing something, but I'm like, and I'm not even horny, but I'm like, I'll just masturbate first. I gotta get this done. This takes priority. Damn, meanwhile, like I gotta do like my fucking taxes or some shit, and it's just like you know, I'll just
I found these taxes.
Yeah, what's going on at Pornhub? Like, what's going on? Like, what's new? Like, but that's always the worst when like you're. Now we're back to porn. How'd this happen?
Full circle.
Full circle. But that's the worst when like you're browsing porn, but you're not even horny, so you're just sitting there going through videos and just like being weirdly judgmental about stuff, and just like I don't like the lighting of this video. Like, why did you set the camera angle there? Like, it'd be way better if you just had like a higher angle there, you know. Yeah, you're just going through and you just
what am I doing? Let me just click on something.
Yeah, next thing you know, it's been like an hour, and you're like, man, I'm not horny. What am I doing here?
Right?
I've been going through all these vids.
I mean, At this point, I'm committed, so I gotta pick something at that point. Like,
Yeah.
I'm on here.
Yeah, but both that person like, listen, I've been on here, I've spent an hour, I just feel guilty now. Like I gotta do it now.
There's been too much build up to this to not have some sort of climax, you know?
Literally.
Yes, bro. You guys get it, man. Like, one does not simply go on site and not achieve objective before leaving.
Right.
Well, it's like that's the thing. Like for me, like masturbation was really weird. Like for a while, yeah, I scheduled that shit. I'm like, all right, I gotta do this thumbnail, gotta get this out by like 8. So if I really want to jerk off, I have to do it by 5. Okay, because by 6 and 7,
Five's my cutoff for jerking
edit.
off. Like
like
you've got a fucking boss just like, Miller, I want your ejaculate on my desk by 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
Ah, shit. Fuck, I gotta squeeze that in because I gotta do this at 4:30.
I'm just so busy. Okay, all right. I'll find a way.
To squeeze that out right now.
like I'm even in the bathroom yelling at myself, you're gonna finish. I don't even care. It'll be the most lousiest climax, but you're gonna finish.
It's just pure business at this point. Like, there's no fun in this. You're not enjoying it. You're just like, come on, get it done.
Like I'm yelling.
We've got things to do. We've got things to do.
We're busy today. Oh my no, yeah, that used to be a thing. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's gonna happen to me again.
What?
Bro, I hate the Spurs. I'm sorry.
You losing money over there, Mo?
Looking at my gambling addiction, man.
Wow.
Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do except for the one team. I just need y'all to perform one time.
Bro, it's not that serious. You're gonna throw your phone.
It's not serious.
It was pretty serious. He's like fucking tying a noose. Like, this is life or death, Brian.
It's gonna happen today.
There's a lot of money in this, Brian.
I'm so tired of everything.
Oh god. Well, on that one, boys, I think it'll be a good stopping point.
Word up.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, well.
We're going. Again, we don't even enjoy this, Brian. It's not a necessity now.
It's scheduled.
Going for at least another half hour.
Yeah,
right.
bro.
In the post show. Oh, got him.
Oh, but seriously, guys, if you're listening at home, like on iTunes, Spotify, all those good sites, and you actually want to come watch us live, we do a post show where we actually want to talk to you guys and hang out, have some fun, all that good little stuff. So we stream, we do the podcast every Wednesday at 7:30 on Twitch. So go to Twitch, search Lotus Fyre Studio, Fyre with a Y, and come watch us live.
Yeah, watch us
With
live, and then stay for the post show, and then ask us stupid would you rathers in the post show.
Yeah.
Do it. That'd be fun. I don't know. I'm just saying. If you feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you got something you're working on, bring it to the post show. We'll show it off. There's even a drawing prompt we have up, and when people get it done, I'll show them if people are wanting to work on that. So, yeah.
We'll make you famous more than us.
Yeah, we'll make you famous. The people with like 250 something Twitch followers. We'll make you famous.
It's not a scheme, I swear. Just, add your social security number into the art.
Right, yeah.
There you go. All right. Well, we'll see you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.